So courage in head, conviction in head, courage in heart, and cause in hand. What does it mean? It means that if we will have conviction in our head, then no one can actually stop us from doing anything. And if we have courage to do it, what we will do, we will confront with anyone. If some obstacle will come, we will take a stand. We will take that responsibility for our choices or our decisions. And if you have a cause in your hand, what does it mean? It means that you can see that if I will do this, what I will going to get, I will going to get some results out of it. So it is most important thing, the most important formula for all of us in any aspect of our life, whether we are struggling with our studies, whether we are struggling with our some hobbies, we can convince anyone with this logic. So I was very much interested in discussing the topic breaking the cycle. So we initiated this topic yesterday, but some of the very important lessons Jay Advait Prabhu was sharing. So I found that we should hear from him. So I just stopped my slides yesterday. So we'll continue with the slides. One of the very important lessons we discussed now, if someone, some of you can please tell me the story of that footballer and that fruit seller na. So can anyone, Nandini, would you like to say? आप try करो. Oh, there is some issue with. Okay, okay, Nakshatra, you were not there at that time. That's why I want someone to please share that story. uh Navika, can you share the story? Yes. So Navika will share the story.
So
Yeah.
basically, a football match was going on,
Yeah.
and eventually, when the goalkeeper was catching the ball, his eye got hurt very badly. After that, the he went to the hospital and got some injuries repaired. Then the coach was worried that how to get a new goalkeeper. He saw a fruit seller, saw a man throwing watermelons from the up to the downwards, and then the coach got an idea that he could choose it as a goalkeeper. So basically, what happened when the match got when the match got start again, and after the interval, what happened when the goalkeeper catched the ball, he catched it. That was nice. He catched it, but again he just threw it into the what to say goal. He
Yeah.
did a mistake because he had the habit of throwing it downwards from catching it and throwing it downwards from the upper to the downwards.
Yeah, exactly. You told the story, but uh, everyone is very much clear with this story. What exactly happened on the football field? Tanush, you understood that story? Tell me again.
It's about a fruit seller.
Yeah.
There's a football team and they lose their goalkeeper. So the coach basically goes looking for another goalkeeper and he sees a fruit seller doing something with a watermelon. I can't remember what exactly. So he decides to keep him as a goalkeeper. But when the match started, that goalkeeper had a habit of picking up the watermelons and then dropping it back down.
Yeah.
And so when he caught the ball, he dropped it back down, which caused the a self goal happened because of
Yeah, exactly. So the lesson that we want to discuss here is that this is how habit works. If you have certain habit now, it is very tough to give up old habits. It says that old habits die hard. हाँ, बहुत बहुत मेहनत लगता है आपको पुराने आदत को छोड़ने में. So we will discuss some scientific ways or techniques how we can actually break a habit or make a habit. Because breaking or making a habit means that a habit can make your personality or completely break your personality. So I will share the screen. Every day I put this screen. Reason is I want you people to practice that breathing exercise that we discussed that day. That what it do now with our brain, it um, I don't know how many of you know about the how the chemicals in our brain works now, dopamine. So when we do this now, what we actually give signals to our brain is our brains get a signal that now I have to calm down. So it doesn't matter how stressed you are, if you are having a habit of procrastination, if you are just conscious, always remember all these things will only work if you really want to work on it. Suppose you are fallen sick and the medicine is on your table. You will never going to get benefit just because you have medicine on your table. You have to have this courage to get that medicine, and you should have a cause. If I will do it, what I will going to get. Similarly, whatever lessons we are discussing here, you need to have conviction that it will going to help me in some part of my life. So that's why I just to remind you all, I just keep this slide always on the top of my presentation. So yesterday we discussed few things. Now I will not repeat those things because I have more important things to share today. So we discussed about the breaking the cycle. We just discussed this story of the fruit seller and the football team. So this is the analogy that how habit tree works. But we'll not discuss this also. It's so simple that if you have a thought, huh, you can have a action. If you have an action, you can have a habit. If you have a habit, you can have a character. And if you have a character, it will going to decide your destiny. Although it seems very simple, but this is all about life. If you want to visualize where you are heading, you can count it through your thought process. What comes in your thought when you are living in a single, if you are alone in a room, what kind of thoughts come? It will going to decide your destiny. So it's so simple, so simple, it's so simple that we might miss it. So always take these small things very, very seriously. So today again, yesterday we were talking about the four laws of behavior change. So how we can create good habits. So any one of you can share because yesterday we have already discussed this that we discussed four steps. I want other also to participate. Nandini, you have to do something with your audio. We want to hear from you today. You have to do some settings, maybe, na? Okay, Mrinal. Okay, Mrinal, tell me.
So the four laws of behavior change will like obvious, make the habit obvious or what you want to achieve, make it obvious and make it easy. And sorry, the second was attractive, that it attracts you of doing it. And the third was what to make the habit easy. You should not overload yourself or put yourself with so many goals to achieve at the same point. You should take smaller goals and make it easy. The last one was satisfying. The habit which you want to try to achieve should be satisfying. Basically, again, it's the concept of conviction. If you won't be conviction convinced to do the activity, you won't get satisfaction to be doing the activity. And the last one, or one another alternative way, was to add a reward system of doing some activities, which you said in a different way.
Yes. So these were the four uh, steps. We can say that the first one is make it obvious. I will tell you a story. Whenever you go for shopping in a mall or a supermarket, now you will find that there are particular racks where they are keeping some products. So some of the products, when you go to the mall, you have already in your mind that I have to buy these things. That's why you are there. So you have some thirst to buy something. So you have already gone to that particular place. What these people do, there is a last rack. Whenever you are just passing through those racks, now you will find there is a last rack, and they will always keep something like only 99 rupees. Buy one, get one. Something like this, which actually catches your attention. So it becomes so obvious for you that you don't have any choice to don't take it. So they use this psychology, and it was through a research they found that the product actually, there was Coca-Cola in a supermarket, so it was kept, but there was no sale at all. So the people were so much frustrated that why this is not happening. So some of the psychologists came, and what they did, they just put those Coca-Cola on every last rack. Every last rack there was bunch of Coca-Colas kept there. And you can go and find this thing happens in India also. So the story that I am telling you is from UK. So every the customers, they used to come there, and the moment they used to pass by that Coca-Cola stand, they used to get a click in their mind that there is something, they are selling something. And when they will used to reach to the counter where they have to pay the cash and take their things, there's a huge bulk of Coca-Cola were kept, and the rate was 45% hike they got in the sale. Immediately after putting those Coca-Cola on the last rack, what happened? 45%. What they did now, उन्होंने एक प्लेस चूज किया. जब भी देखो, आप जब वॉक करते हो ना, आप देखना आपका ध्यान ना साइड वाले से ज्यादा यहाँ पे रहता है. हाँ, यू फोकस, हाँ, थोड़ा एक स्टेप आगे आपका ध्यान होता है. सो जब आप लास्ट खत्म होने वाले रहते हो ना, तो आप थोड़ा स्लो डाउन हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज नाउ यू हैव टू चेंज योर रो. So what will happen? Naturally, both side you will going to find the bulk of Coca-Cola. So it will going to have an impression in your mind. So by using this psychology of making things obvious, they increase the sale by 45%. So this is a research they did in 1968. I will share, I'm quoting this from the book Atomic Habit by James Clear. How many of you have read that book? Atharva. This is a brilliant piece of book. You all can read. And when you will read, you will find that most of my content were based on that book only. So James Clear was explaining this particular thing, that if we want to work on certain habit, now what we can do, we should make it obvious. What it means, that you should put those things which you need to do in front of your eyes. So he gave certain techniques also, so that we will discuss in the coming slides. One thing, can any one of you can give an example which you want to work on, and you can put this thing as obvious or make it easy for you? Any example? It can have any example. कुछ दिमाग में आ रहा है आपके? आप क्या ऐसा कर सकते हो, कोई हैबिट जिसके ऊपर आप काम करना चाहते हो, that you make it so obvious, so obvious? Suppose we want to add 2 minutes of meditation. How you can line that thing up with your room or somewhere you can write it down? What will you do? How can you do? How can you make it obvious? Atharva, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So if we want to add 2 minutes of meditation in our life, then first we will make it obvious, or we will just find a corner in our room where we can stick any poster or stick any paper about meditation and benefits of it.
Hmm.
then we will just think and believe in it that it is more attractive, it will cause us more benefit. Then we will slightly start from 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, then we will increase it, and at last we will just go on the results about it, so
Yeah.
it will be satisfying.
Yes. Yes. So you covered all the points. So exactly, what we are discussing now, if if it is very obvious, then there's a very lesser chance that you will going to miss it. And what it mean by making it attractive? Making it attractive means you should know about it, the benefits you are going to get from doing that particular habit. Suppose you have to study, study has so many benefits. So this is how it works. First you have to make it obvious, so easy. Then you have to make it attractive. Then you have to make it easy, and then you have to make it satisfying to your heart. If you will do it, you will going to get some courage to actually follow that particular habit for longer period of time. Because we were discussing that all of us write now, that journal resolution diary. uh, on the beginning of the new year, we all try to write a resolution. This is my new year resolution, and hardly we are able to follow it for 10, 15, 20 days. Reason is because we keep our targets very big. We can start with small easy steps. So easy steps can take us longer way. So okay, then there is a pattern which can actually be used to break a cycle, to break a bad habit. What it is, we discuss, make it invisible, uh, make it unattractive, make it hard, make it unsatisfying. It is just opposite of all the things that we discuss. What it mean, that suppose you are struggling with a bad habit, and how will you identify whether it is bad or good? After doing the activity, if you are feeling unsatisfying in your heart, you are not feeling like, oh, I have done something very good, then it means it's a bad habit. You are feeling fearful that, oh, I have wasted my time, so it means that it was a bad habit. Now how you can give it up? By having knowledge of it, that how it is harming my studies, my conscience, how it is taking my peace away, it is making me so anxious, it is making me hide things from my parents. So if you have these reason, it will become so unattractive to you, and then make it hard. What it mean na, I remember during my 10th exam na, I was a mad person for cricket. uh, if I have to play na, I will going to say anything. I will lie to my parents that मैं बोल दूंगा कि मुझे आज फ्रेंड के बर्थडे पे जाना है, या आज एक्स्ट्रा क्लासेस है। हमारे टाइम पे ना मार्च में एग्जाम होता था, फाइनल एग्जाम, और मुझे याद है 10th का फाइनल एग्जाम, इट वाज लाइक a very huge pressure for all of us. So फेब्रवरी एंड में ना मैं बोल के जाता था एक्स्ट्रा क्लासेस है मेरा, मुझे खेलने के लिए जाना है, मतलब मुझे पढ़ने के लिए जाना है, एंड आई यूज टू प्ले क्रिकेट। सो व्हाट आई डिड ना, मैंने अपने बैट वगैरह को ना, और मैं क्या करता था, अपने एक रूम में खेलता होता था क्रिकेट। मेरे पास एक क्रेजी बॉल होता था, मैं अकेले में खेलता होता था। उसको दीवार पे मारो, एंड क्रेजी बॉल बहुत फास्ट आता है, स्विंग करके आता है। सो बैट से खेलने में बहुत मजा आता था। मेरे लिए इतना अच्छा था वो, इतना मजा आता था, बट आई न्यू कि इट इज वेस्टिंग माई टाइम। सो आई मेड इट सो हार्ड फॉर माई सेल्फ। मैंने क्या किया, मैं हमेशा उसको खेलने के बाद ना ऊपर स्टोर में डाल देता था। तो नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन आई हैव टू गो देयर ना, इट बिकेम लिटिल टफ फॉर मी। सो ग्रेजुअली व्हाट हैपेंड ड्यूरिंग माय बोर्ड एग्जाम्स, I just consciously decided that I should make it so hard for me. तो फिर वो मेरे लिए बहुत टफ हो गया। देन gradually I just left it. So we should make those habits very hard. What you can do, suppose you have a game on your laptop or your computer, which is making you feel addicted, that I am now addicted to it. What you can do, you can delete it every time you are going to play. After finishing that game, you just delete it. So next time when you have to go and play now, that urge will come, oh, it will take 15 minutes to again install it. So gradually what will happen, you will feel like, oh, leave it. You all should go and read about dopamine, how it works ना. Dopamine क्या होता है पता है? It was discussing that लोग ना अडिक्ट होते हैं, नशा करने के लिए अडिक्ट होते हैं ना, तो बताता है कि हमारे ब्रेन में जो डोपामाइन लेवल होता है वो क्या करता है ना, वो अर्ज क्रिएट करता है. एंड द मूवमेंट योर माइंड, योर इंटेलिजेंस serve that urge na, that urge is coming, that I have to do it, I have to do it. And when your mind and intelligence just go and serve that particular purpose, your dopamine level goes to boss, I have done it. So the person is not enjoying that drinking that he is doing, the intoxication that he is doing, but he is enjoying that how I just control over my mind and intelligence. I have just employed my intelligence, my mind. So this is how dopamine level works. And the motivation speaker, what they do, when they come and they just speak like you can do anything, you can do everything, they just do this thing only. By listening to this motivational speaker, what happens now, your dopamine level goes up. And at that particular time, you feel like that I can do anything. But this is not na permanent solution. The permanent solution is conscious efforts. So it happens when you have like-minded people around you, you feel like doing something. Basically, we are all living in an echo chamber. What it means? Echo chamber means that if you have something in your mind, you can trace it that you are actually surrounded by such people only. If you are surrounded by so many of engineers, gradually you will start thinking like them only. You will start fitting yourself. Forcefully, you will start fitting yourself that I have to be like this, I have to be like this. No, that is something like, because you are listening to that particular echo chamber, your brain, your mind started functioning like this. What we can do, think out of the box. So we should try new thing. If you really want to identify what's your passion is, you should try new thing. If you are feeling stuck somewhere, suppose you want to be a coder, you can do, but try new things, try new challenges for it, because it's very easy. If you want, suppose I like to make presentations, so I can say that this is my hobby, I really want to do this is my interest. But suppose since last 5 years I'm just making one kind of presentation, after a certain period of time it will not going to make me feel satisfied. So I need to work on more and more dimension of it. Then only I can say that this is my particular habit, this is my hobby, this is something which I want to do. So this is about how we can actually break a bad habit, we can say. So these are, and making unsatisfying, the point we discussed, how we can make it unsatisfying, by taking the responsibility of our mistakes or our choices. Suppose you have played for 4 hours and now you are thinking that I have wasted my time. It means that you have to write it down, and you should have someone in your life, your friend, your mentor, your parent, someone where you are just updating it, that today I have wasted 4 hours only in playing. So this is something on the science of accountability. When you start doing this, next time you will feel embarrassed. The moment you will cross the limit of doing certain thing, you will feel ashamed that, oh, why I'm doing this, I have to update this. These are very important things. I will tell you about myself. When I was working, मुझे इतना शौक था ना कंटेंट क्रिएट करने का ना. I used to read so much of books, and then I immediately start making some presentation or some courses on it. एक ऐसा अडिक्ट आया मेरे लाइफ में ना, बिकॉज आई यूज टू हियर सो मच ऑफ थिंग्स, आई स्टार्टेड यूजिंग दिस यूट्यूब वीडियोस, short videos, motivational videos, and somewhere I used to feel like that I am wasting my time. What I did now, I used to take the history part. I used to count how much hours I used. I just saw these videos, and I used to update this to my mentor. And you will not believe, in a week, this bad habit just I just मैंने उसको छोड़ दिया. रीजन बिकॉज आई मेड समवन कि मैं उसको शेयर करने लगा. बिकॉज जब आप मिस्टेक आप अकेले में करते हो ना, तो आपको लगता है कोई नहीं देखा. But when you start sharing that I have done some mistakes, now you will feel it. It means you have to be honest with yourself. Is it okay? अभी तक का डिस्कशन आप सब लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है? What we are discussing? Okay. Everyone is fine. Okay. Now, इतना हमने. Yes, Vaibhav, you want to say something? Yes, Vaibhav.
Sir, yesterday you were saying something about Gigo. Can you repeat it?
Yesterday I was sharing something about
Gigo, Gigo.
Gigo. Yes. Very good. So Gigo means, Gigo अच्छा नाम है ना, easy नाम, इसको याद रखना. Gigo बोलते हैं ना, garbage in, garbage out, and good in, good out. So whatever you will intake, that will what will come out. So our intake makes what we are going to say, what we are going to become. So the kind of books you are reading, that will decide your personality. The kind of videos you are watching, that will turn into your actions. So whatever you will take in, that will come out. So this is Gigo principle. Very good. Now, a technique I want to share with all of you. The technique is stacked habits. इसको क्या बोलते हैं, कैसे समझोगे इसको? Can someone read this? कोई पढ़ेगा? Yes, Vaishnavi.
Stack habit technique where a new habit is tagged onto an existing habit to make it easier to remember and build into a routine.
Yeah.
After current habit, I will
Yes.
need it.
So yesterday Mrinal asked a very important question, or you can say that he was just sharing about himself. He said that he has a habit of reading a lot of books, but those books are not from his textbooks or his syllabus. So these books does not belongs to his kind of subjects now, which he needs to cover for his exams and all. So one thing we discussed, that how he can actually add his studies or his syllabus to those books now. So what we can do, we all have certain habits which are very obvious to all of us. For example, taking a bath, and we do very easily, we do now. It's a habit, all of us do it. We all have a habit of brushing teeth. We have this habit now of brushing our teeth. We all have a habit of snoozing our alarm. We all have a habit of checking our phone. So what we can do, we can stake the new habits on these habits. It's like building some blocks, like, so make it on the stronger habits that you are already having, जो आपका बहुत मजबूत आदत है, जिसको आप बिल्कुल naturally करते हो. No one is forcing you to do it. So उस habits के ऊपर इन habits को आप डाल सकते हो. So in case of Mrinal, he was sharing that he has a habit of reading so much of books. What he can do, or what we have advised him, he can read a chapter of that particular book that he likes so much, and then he can add 5 or 10 minutes of reading his textbooks or books of his syllabus. So although it's a very small thing, 5 minutes, but what will happen, it will turn into a good habit. Naturally he will get this taste, because if he अभी क्या होगा ना, आपको लगेगा कि मुझे 2 घंटा वो भी पढ़ना है, 2 घंटा वो भी पढ़ना है, तो वो कभी नहीं हो पाएगा, बिकॉज द अमाउंट इज टू बिग. 2 hours, नो, उससे बढ़िया तो मैं ये बुक पढ़ूंगा बिकॉज आई एम एंजॉइंग इट. what you have to do, you just have to continue the habit that you are already having, the stronger one, and put the new one onto it. That from today onwards, after completing one chapter, I will study 5 minutes of my science subject. Naturally what will happen na, you will get taste, because आपको जो हैबिट बहुत अच्छा, मतलब आपको बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कुछ चीज करना ना, उस वक्त ना आपका ब्रेन बहुत एक्टिव है. So now you just have to use this consciously. You have to decide this before, that I will read these 3 pages. After it, I will do for 5 minutes. And this is how this stacked habits works. And it is scientifically proven that it is very, very effective, very, very effective. So what you have to do, after my current habit, I will do the new habit. So after is most important, because you have to have something very stronger, which your brain naturally do. अगर आप ऐसे सोचोगे ना that मुझे 7 बजे से पढ़ना है, it will become very tough for you. But suppose you have a habit of reading at 7, you can decide that 7 o'clock I will start reading, and after every 3 or 4 pages, what I will do, I will open my textbooks and I will do some studies. And ऐसा बहुत सारा habit हो सकता है. I'm just talking about one habit. And always remember, the habit which you are trying to stake, it should be very small. So smaller step will lead you to bigger targets, will make you, the bigger targets will become so small, because small step, every day small steps, एक दिन आप बहुत आगे चले जाओगे. बट अगर आप सोचोगे ना दैट एक ही दिन में छलांग मारूं, एक ही दिन 4 घंटे पढ़ूं, अगले दिन से मुझे क्या करना है, 4 बजे सुबह उठना, नो, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. सो another thing what you can do, we all have this habit now, snoozing the alarm. We all have. And why we put alarm on the first place? Because we want, when we are not sleeping, we want that मैं अलार्म बजा के अपने आप को उठा लूंगा. So we have decided this, but हम क्या कर रहे हैं, सुबह होते ही उसको ब्रेक कर रहे हैं, अपने प्रॉमिस को अपने आप से किया. What you can do, you can make those snooze very small. make it so small, 3-4 मिनट का snooze कर लो, और अपने ब्रेन में कि 2 snooze के बाद मैं उठ जाऊंगा. So now what you are doing, you are breaking this particular habit by using the existing habit only. अभी आप क्या करो, 10 मिनट का snooze लगाओगे ना, then आप you will fall into a deeper sleep. And the fact is na, the science of sleep is so nice. It is scientifically proven. It's a research. It says that हम जो 12 बजे रात को से पहले जितना भी सोगे ना, आप 12 बजे रात से पहले जितने देर भी आप सोगे ना, it has मतलब उसका इफेक्ट डबल होता है आपके ऊपर. Suppose you slept at 9 o'clock ना, so 9 to 12 you are actually sleeping for 6 hours, so you will get benefit, your brain will get rest for 6 hours. And then from 12 to 3, whatever amount you will sleep, you will get equal result. 3 hours का मतलब 3 hours, but after 3 hours you will get half of the result. It happens. You can see, हम जितना लेट उठते हैं ना, हम जितना लेट उठते हैं, आप देखोगे पूरे दिन you feel like lethargic, you don't want to do anything. How many of you feel this sometime? जब आप गर्मियों की छुट्टियों में जब आप बहुत लेट उठते हो, 7 बजे, 8 बजे, 9 बजे, मैं जल्दी तो नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, और लेट उठते हो क्या, 11 बजे, 12 बजे, 1 बजे, उस दिन आपको क्या होता है, पूरा दिन लगता है ओह ताकत ही नहीं है. I want the honest child विनायक to say yes. विनायक, कितने बजे उठते हो आप?
9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, 9 o'clock in the morning. You should say 9 o'clock in the day. So उठने के बाद do you feel lethargic, lazy?
No.
Oh, he's very honest. You don't feel lazy? At what time you sleep?
I sleep at 9 o'clock also. Sometimes it becomes a little bit late. Sometimes, but not so many times.
So at 9 o'clock in the morning, someone wakes you up, or you just naturally just wake up by your own will?
I just naturally wake up.
Very good. So what you can do, you can try to wake up at 8:30. Okay, from tomorrow onwards. Okay,
Okay.
so you can ask your mother to help you. Okay. Okay. So the point we are discussing is, yeah, Vaibhav, you want to say something?
No, 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 sir.
Okay. Okay, so we were discussing na. So this is science of sleep cycle na. This is how it works. So I will suggest all of you to sleep well on time, around 10 o'clock or 10:30. अभी on average आप लोग कितने बजे सोते हो? हाथ ऐसे खड़ा करना. कितने लोग 10 बजे सो जाते हैं? कोई नहीं. एक एक. कितने लोग 11 बजे सोते हैं? कितने लोग 12 बजे सोते हैं? कितने लोग 1 बजे सोते हैं? ओहो, 1 बजे भी हैं. वेरी गुड. तो कितने लोग 1 बजे उठते हैं सुबह में? So anyway, very good that you people are very honest. So what you can do, you can start with small step. आप अपना जो सोने का साइकिल है उसको थोड़ा पीछे लेके आओ और उठने का साइकिल को थोड़ा नीचे लेके आओ. If you are having a habit of sleeping for 12 hours, it means you are wasting a lot of time because your body don't need this much of sleep. It just makes your brain very, very lazy, very, very slow. It means what it means now, that you don't have any cause, purpose. You are just sleeping. But whenever you will have some purpose, suppose you like to play some football or some sport, if you have a tournament tomorrow, आपका ब्रेन इतना एक्टिव रहेगा that I have to participate. So naturally you will wake up. और आपको उस दिन पूरे दिन लेथार्जिक फील नहीं होगा. You will be so active all day. So we should try to train our mind like this. So this is the we are discussing about the technique. This is called stake habits now. It is very, very important and we can all do it very easily. How many of you watch some videos on YouTube sometimes? All of us almost now. Tanush, you don't know. You try to, but you don't get permission. Now I'm really fighting to get permissions for you. So yes, it's very natural. Now we should. I also watch videos, but I have decided that what kind of video I need to watch. I just watch most of just his video, or there's a famous person, Mel Brown. I hear his videos sometimes. I hear tapes of Srila Prabhupada. So these are very strong personality actually. Whenever I spend some time listening to them, it makes me feel that I have contributed something. So this is something, a habit I am having. So what I do after just finishing it, I do meditation for 5 minutes. Because this is very natural for me, but to do meditation sitting on a place and thinking, it's very tough for me. It's not natural. So what I do, I just stack this habit on a very stronger habit that I am already having. समझ में आ रहा है सबको? So this is something which will help every one of us. Okay. Some more example I will share ना. तो आप लोगों के लाइफ में ना आप लोग देख सकते हो कि ऐसा कैसा कौन कौन सा हैबिट है जो बहुत नेचुरली होता है. Someone can have a habit of staring outside the window. तो ये आपका आदत हो सकता है लंबे टाइम तक. Someone has a, हाँ Nandini, you have this habit. Oh, very good. It means you have a very strong visualization power that you can sit there and so what you can do whenever you are doing this, you can add 2 minutes of breathing exercise. This is very important. I'm telling you people that, and that's why we asked you this question, na, why breathing is important. And most of you answered it very superficially, that breathing is important because it makes us alive. Yes, it is naturally, but I'm not asking you this. This is an answer that a 2-3 class student can also give. But breathing is important because we discussed this on the first day of our session, that this is the only thing which changes with our emotions. Whenever your emotions change, your breath change. The pace of your breath changes. If you are fearful, your breath change. When you are very excited, I will do. Your breath change. When you have a fight with someone, your breath change. So this is the most important thing, but most unnoticed thing. So things which are very easily available sometimes become so cheap. We don't take it seriously. So we should take it very, very seriously. So what we have to do, just try to spend 2 minutes every day, and just be with you and your breathe. आप में से कितने लोगों को कोरोना हुआ था? थोड़ा सा ब्रीथिंग इश्यू हुआ था? हुआ? हम बच्चों लोगों को नहीं हुआ था, बड़े लोगों को बहुत हुआ था. तो तब उन लोगों को कॉन्शियस थे वो कि एक एक सांस का क्या वैल्यू है. So when we are having it so easily available, so we should spend some time, and it will create. And gradually, we can add meditation to it. Meditation is very important, very very important ना. हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे थे उस दिन, क्या हम लोग को इतना डिस्ट्रैक्शन क्यों होता है? When we were discussing about focus, having focus in life, why we get distracted? Because we don't have control over our breathing, we don't meditate, we don't know how our mind works. Our mind works, पूरे दिन में वो जितना भी कुछ देखता है ना. आप लोग कितने लोगों को सपना आता है? I'm telling you a honest thing ना. मैं इतना सपना देखता था, इतना सपना देखता था, मैं डरता था सपनों में. कितने लोगों के साथ ऐसा सपना आता है कि आपने बाइक स्टार्ट किया और आप खाई में गिर गए और फिर आप उठते हो ऐसे गिरते हुए? ऐसा होता है आप लोगों के साथ? कितने लोगों के साथ सपने में ऐसा होता है कि आपके पीछे आतंकवादी आ गए हैं और आपका पैर चल ही नहीं पा रहा है, आप खड़े ही नहीं हो पा रहे हो, दौड़ ही नहीं पा रहे हो, चल ही नहीं पा रहे हो? ऐसा होता है? कितने लोगों के साथ ऐसा होता है कि मैं दौड़ना चाहता हूँ लेकिन दौड़ ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ, ऐसा लगता है someone is forcing me? होता है ना? सबके साथ नहीं होता. मृणा, आपके साथ नहीं होता? आपको किस टाइप का ड्रीम आता है? नेचुरल?
मेरे को तो बहुत अच्छे आते हैं.
अच्छे वाले?
सब चीज अचीव कर ली
वाह.
और जो चाहता हूँ वो मिल गया. फिर सुबह उठ के रियलिटी पे सामने मम्मा की शक्ल दिखती है.
ओहो.
थोड़ा अजीब सा हो जाता है.
Because you read so much of books na, it's very good. So reading book is also a kind of meditation. That's the point. Try to understand, because you are very calm at that time. So purpose of meditation is to bring your ये जो भाग रहा है ना, इसको शांत करना. So the best way of meditation is you can just meditate on a sound vibration. Because अगर आप ऐसी meditate करोगे ना खाली में, आपको कुछ मिलेगा ही नहीं. थोड़ी देर बाद सो जाओगे या दिमाग हर जगह चला जाएगा, इधर उधर भाग जाएगा, कहाँ कहाँ घूम के आ जाएगा. So now, any question till now? Yes, we'll start with Mrinal. Yes, Mrinal.
I had a question about sleep and how your body requires it. मेरा ये क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे हम यूजली कहते हैं ना कि रात में सोना चाहिए या 6 घंटे के लिए सोना चाहिए, लेकिन जैसे मेरे साथ थोड़ा उल्टा होता है कि मेरे को रात में नींद नहीं आती, तो मैं वो अपना मोस्ट प्रोडक्टिव टाइम ऑफ द डे मिलता है, मतलब मैं उसमें अपना एंजॉय भी कर लेता हूँ थोड़ा टाइम। जैसे अगर कोई सीरीज देखना है तो मैं उसका एक एपिसोड देख लेता हूँ, फिर मैं थोड़ी बुक पढ़ लेता हूँ और अपना जो प्रोजेक्ट करना था। लेकिन सुबह फिर जैसे मेरे को अगर उतनी नींद भी नहीं आ रही तो आई डोंट फील द मोटिवेशन ऑफ डूइंग वर्क, सो एंड देन आई सब्स्टिट्यूट माय स्लीप ड्यूरिंग द डे except of my night. So is that advisable or not?
Ideally, it's not advisable, but because see, it's an exception now. So if you are habituated of this, what you can do, you can uh, try to sleep around 8 or 9.
Like I try to go to sleep, but I'm not able to get sleep, so then I start doing work. But during like afternoon I fell sleep very quickly, like it just takes me 5 minutes to sleep during the afternoon.
So you can follow this particular thing. You can try with doing something like this na, that एक दिन आप दिन में मत सो, मत सो. If you are not feeling like so much of sleepiness ना, आप उस दिन अपने आप को busy रखो. I'm telling you, this cycle will get break.
And it was,
This will happen, that your cycle will get break. I just read one very strong statement. I just shared in that group also, that the chain is as much strong as the weakest link. So the weakest link is आप उस दिन सो मत, so वो link टूट जाएगा. So naturally at 7 or 8 at evening now you will start feeling like doziness. I need to sleep. I need to sleep, and naturally, and this cycle will break. But it's not. If you are productive, you are thinking you are productive. See what happens now. I'm telling you. Always remember this. Time has energy. Time has impressions. Try to understand this. Every time has some impression on us. अगर आपको इवनिंग में आदत है ना खाने का, that impression will come every time. At that particular time this will come. So time has certain impressions. So most of the time in the day time, आपका एग्जाम किस टाइम पे होता है? रात को तो नहीं होता, सुबह में होता है. So क्या होगा ना, आपको वो impressions है ना सोने का उस वक्त, तो you will start feeling like sleepy. Your brain will start functioning like very slow. So that's why it's not advisable. But if you are feeling that it's productive, all of us have this habit of studying late at night, but it has been scientifically proven that the more early you rise and study, those information that your brain will have na, वो कभी भूलेगा नहीं. It is so strong. So that's why meditation and all are advised in the early hours of the day. Okay. Yes. Varun, yes.
Sir, at the beginning of the session, you were telling about the illusion of being at the center. I didn't understand that part.
Okay, the first session. Okay, that we will address tomorrow. Okay, now because we'll lose the track. Yeah, Aryan, because I want to discuss something more important today, so I will take half an hour for that discussion. Yes, Aryan. आपका कुछ क्वेश्चन है?
No.
Okay. Vinayak, you want to ask something?
सर जब
Yeah.
ना मैं डे में कुछ ऐसे भूत वाली वीडियोस देखता हूँ ना, मैं ना रात को ही सपना आता है कि कुछ तो मेरे को देख रहा है, मैं रात को सोता ही नहीं हूँ. और जब ये स्कूल होता है ना सुबह सुबह में बहुत नींद आ जाती है.
यस यस, तो आप दिन में मत देखा करो, भूत वूत को मत देखा करो.
ओके
ओके ना, अच्छा अच्छा वीडियो देखा करो. हाउ समवन इज हेल्पिंग समवन, तो फिर आप सपने में भी सो के यू विल बी हेल्पिंग समवन, किसी को हेल्प कर रहे होगे. ठीक है विनायक?
हाँ
भूत को मत देखा करो. Okay, Vaishnavi, you want to ask something? Unmute and ask. Unmute करके पूछिए.
Sir, how can we control the dopamine level?
हाँ, तो वही तो
Yes.
सिखाया हमने. हाँ,
Yes.
ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज. ये इतना सिंपल है, इतना सिंपल है कि हम लोग करेंगे ही नहीं. मुझे कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेट बताना होगा. कॉम्प्लिकेट कैसे बताना पड़ेगा ना, कि छत के ऊपर चढ़ो और सर को ऐसे घुमाओ, फिर आप, तो फिर आप लोग करोगे. बिकॉज हमारा ये कॉम्प्लिकेशन इतना हार्ड हो गया है ना. एक बार मैं आईआईटी स्टूडेंट्स के साथ था एंड आई जस्ट आस्क्ड देम वन क्वेश्चन. मैंने उनसे पूछा 2 + 2 इज इक्वल टू व्हाट नॉट. व्हाट इज द आंसर? नक्षत्र.
5.
यस. बट पता है आपको, यू विल नॉट बिलीव मी, इट टुक देम, वो पूरा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वो निकालने लगे. दैट देयर इज सम कंडीशन पे ये वो दिस दैट दिस. माय गॉड, मैं डर गया कि मैंने कुछ गलत पूछ लिया क्या. It's so simple that, but because we have been trained like thinking like complication now, but it is so simple to control our stress, to control our distraction. It's so simple. You just have to, because everything you are doing, what is changing is your breathe. Always remember this. आप नोटिस कर सकते हो, the moment your breathe speed is getting high or low, you can think that something is changing now. So I have to focus. Calm down. Calm down. It helps. Now the most important technique that I want to discuss is the 1% rule. The 1% rule. Although लगेगा क्या, मैं आप लोगों को क्या बोल रहा हूँ, बस 1% अपने आप को इम्प्रूव करो. इसलिए मैंने बोला आप ना कुछ हैबिट्स लिखो जिसके ऊपर आप वर्कआउट करना चाहते हो, आप अपने स्लीप साइकिल को चेंज करना चाहते हो. राइट इट डाउन एंड उसके ऊपर 1% इम्प्रूव करने का कोशिश करो डेली. जस्ट 1%. एंड आई विल टेल यू व्हाट विल हैपन. Can someone read for it for me? Yes, Vaibhav.
The 1% rule. The idea that small habits or improvement, when done consistently over time, can lead to significant changes and improvement.
Yes. So I will tell you a story. एक बार क्या हुआ पता है, इंग्लैंड का ना साइकिल टीम था and they were so powerful in 1905, at time of 1905. They used to be like मतलब टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. हमेशा वो जीतते थे किसी भी टूर्नामेंट में हो जाए वर्ल्ड वाइड ना. तो इंटरनेशनली दे वेर इन द टॉप. बट 100 सालों में ना धीरे 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 जस्ट दे डिग्रेडेड.
सर
अथर्व,
ये सर वो 1908 है.
1908. ओके, थैंक यू. सो हाँ, उनका क्या हुआ, दे वेर लाइक टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, बट ग्रेजुअली धीरे धीरे दे जस्ट डिसअपियर्ड. उनके लाइफ में कोच आया. अथर्व, आप ये स्टोरी सुनाना चाहते हो क्या?
नो सर, मेरे से बेटर एक्सप्लेनेशन आप करेंगे. सर मुझे तो स्टोरी पता है वैसे.
हाँ. So you can tell this story.
No sir, you can explain better than me.
No, you can tell.
But I will try. Okay sir.
Yeah.
सर उनके लाइफ में एक कोच आया था. एक्चुअली उन्होंने 1% से शुरुआत की, जहाँ वो बहुत मतलब स्लो डाउन हो गए थे, और वो इतने स्लो डाउन हो चुके थे कि जो ब्रिटिश की लीडिंग कंपनी थी, बाईसाइकिल मैन्युफैक्चर लीडिंग कंपनी थी, उन्होंने भी उनको अपनी बाईसाइकिल सेल करने से मना कर दिया था. तो वो जो कोच थे ब्रेल्सफोर्ड, उन्होंने कहा था कि 1% से शुरुआत करनी चाहिए। जैसे उन्होंने सबसे पहले साइकिल के जो टायर्स होते हैं उन पे अल्कोहल रब किया, सीट को और कंफर्टेबल बनाया, मोस्ट एरोडायनेमिक क्लोथ को एक विंड टनल में टेस्ट किया। ऐसे स्मॉल इम्प्रूवमेंट करते से उनके मतलब रिजल्ट्स बहुत जल्दी आने लगे। उनने वो रोज ऐसा करते थे, मतलब कहीं ना कहीं जहाँ प्रॉब्लम हो रही है उसे वो इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश करते, और इतनी मतलब इतना अच्छा उनको रिजल्ट मिला कि उन्होंने लगातार 6 सालों तक टूर डी फ्रांस जीता, जो वन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड्स का सबसे लंबा साइकिल रेस होता है। उसके बाद उनके पास 178 वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप्स थी एंड 66 ओलंपिक मेडल्स के,
यस
ओलंपिक के।
यस। सो उन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने एकदम छोटा 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 छोटा, हाँ, ही सेड दैट वी आर जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन स्मॉल स्टेप्स। पैंडल्स चेंज किए उन्होंने, स्पाइक्स चेंज किया उन्होंने, मतलब हर एक चीज जो उनके साइकिल को चेंज कर सकता है सब कुछ चेंज किया। Then he even changed the kind of diet they are having, the kind of bed they were sleeping on, उनके mattress को change किया। So he just changed everything for them gradually, and वो छोटा छोटा change it becomes so effective, so powerful that immediately ना this, it took some time, but इतना strong result आया that they won 66 medals in Olympic and all. So इसलिए ये ना example बहुत strong है, we can all learn from it, that small habit sometimes ना it has very strong impact on us. Let me just a minute, screen share. So see, every day if we will do 1% of improvement, in 1 year we will going to get 37 times better. हाँ, बहुत ज्यादा है ये। बट अगर आप सोचोगे ना कि मुझे 1 साल में 37 टाइम्स बढ़ाना, आप कभी नहीं कर पाओगे। जस्ट स्टार्ट विथ 1% एवरी डे। सो अभी आप अगर 12 बजे रात को सोते हो, व्हाट यू कैन डू, ब्रिंग इट बैक 11:50, कॉन्शियस होके सो जाओ, just close your eyes, small step, and but you will find क्या stronger impact आएगा। If you have a habit of solving math sums, 3-4 sums you can do at once, what you can do every day, you can start with एक और add कर दो, or just read one more line, or just go and read something about कुछ 1% change ले आओ। And that's what I'm saying, आप अपने पहले हैबिट्स को आइडेंटिफाई करो। प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे आता है पता है? आई एम टेलिंग यू द प्रॉब्लम इज, अगर आप वो 1% इम्प्रूव ना करके 1% नीचे आओगे ना, सो आप कहीं के नहीं रहोगे। इट विल टेक यू सो लो, सो डाउन। आप इस चार्ट में देख सकते हो, हाँ, आपका परफॉर्मेंस कितना हो जाएगा, ऑलमोस्ट बिकम नेग्लिजिबल, एंड इट हैपेंस विथ ऑल ऑफ अस, बिकॉज हमारे पास उतना स्ट्रॉन्ग कॉज नहीं होता है कुछ करने का ना। दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू, आप राइट इट डाउन, हाँ, आप किस हैबिट पे काम करना चाहते हो अपने, एंड इट विल गोइंग टू हैव सम इम्पैक्ट ऑन यू। आई विल टेल यू द डिफिकल्ट थिंग इज, ये जो प्रोग्रेस है ना, स्टार्टिंग में बहुत इनसिग्निफिकेंट सा लगेगा, दिखेगा ही नहीं आपको, मतलब लगेगा ही नहीं कि आई एम चेंजिंग ऑल्सो, but gradually it will grow like exponentially. हाँ, समझ में आ रहा है आपको ये साइंस? So the toughest time is this transition where you are not finding any change. So most of us fails here only. So the resolution we all write now, this is the psychology. This is why we don't follow our resolution, because हमको दिखता है that this is not making any change in me. I have started doing meditation from last 1 month, but I'm not getting any result. How will you get result so soon? You just add this thing gradually, but Once you will start getting the result, it will grow like exponentially. एकदम से boom होगा, and it will change for you. हाँ, अब इसको कैसे कर सकते हैं ना, उसके उसके पीछे का जो तरीका है वो ये है। सी, कोई भी काम हम करते हैं ना, तो हम उसका क्या देखते हैं? हाँ, 3 स्टेजेस में हम उसको देखने का कोशिश करते हैं। एक होता है उसका आउटकम, हाँ, कि क्या आउटकम आएगा उसका। एक होता है प्रोसेस, और एक होता है आइडेंटिटी। सपोज, हाँ, आप में से कोई कोडिंग करना चाहता है एंड वांट टू बिकम ए कोडर, कि आई हैव टू बिकम ए कोडर। सो दिस इज द आउटकम, कि यू विल बिकम ए कोडर। फाइन, कोडिंग, आपको कोडिंग करना आ जाएगा, दिस इज आउटकम। The process is you will learn new coding techniques, और आप बहुत सारा कोडिंग टेक्निक सीखते जाओगे। दिस इज द प्रोसेस। आप अपने इस आउटकम को भी अगर सोच के चलोगे ना, कि मेरे को एक दिन क्या करना है, बहुत सारा कोडिंग करना है, बहुत सारा कोडिंग करना है, हो सकता है आप डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाओगे। बट अगर आपके पीछे स्ट्रॉन्ग रीजन है ना, कि क्या आइडेंटिटी बनेगा मेरा, after I will do this thing, what identity I will going to get. If you have this why na, you will do very nicely, you will do. आप कभी भी बीच में ब्रेक डाउन नहीं होगा, आप स्ट्रांगली इसको कंटिन्यू करते जाओगे एंड यू विल अचीव। दिस इज द साइंस ऑफ having a purpose of identity, कि what identity I will going to get, that I will be known as a coder, famous coder. I will become a cricketer. I will become a guitarist. So this is the identity we should always have in our mind whenever we are working on a habit. If we are working on a habit, if I will do this, I will become this identity. This will become my identity. This is so powerful. So it gives you a purpose for why you should do a certain habit, why you should follow this habit. Okay, got it? Now, the 2 habits I want all of you to have this. अगर आपने ये 2 habits अपने life में add on कर दिया, your life will become successful. The first one is the power of visualization. हाँ, हम लोगों को ये habit अपने life में add कर लेना चाहिए. After breathing that exercise वाला जो हम लोगों को सीखा ना, breathing exercise, आप सब लोग हो यहाँ पे, आप सबका कैमरा बंद है, not able to see all of you. Yes, कितने इंस्टाग्राम वगैरह पे तो नहीं चले गए? सो ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज एक ऐड हुआ। दूसरा हम एक हैबिट ऐड करने जा रहे हैं, दैट इज पावर ऑफ विजुअलाइजेशन। पावर ऑफ विजुअलाइजेशन क्या है ना, आपके दिमाग में जो भी स्टॉर्म चल रहा है, जो भी तूफान चल रहा है ना, आप उसको पेपर पे लिखना स्टार्ट करो एंड जस्ट क्लोज योर आईज और अपने आप को विजुअलाइज करो। स्टार्ट विथ ए डे, अपना एक दिन को विजुअलाइज करो, दैट आज मैंने पूरे दिन क्या किया था, एंड देन फिर आज जितना कुछ किया मैं अपने कल विजुअलाइज करूंगा, कल पूरे दिन मुझे क्या करना है, जस्ट विजुअलाइज इट। आप सब लोग करोगे अभी ये प्रैक्टिस फॉर 2 minutes? वुड यू लाइक टू डू दिस? क्लोज योर आईज एंड जस्ट थिंक what will you going to do tomorrow. So whole day you have to visualize. Okay, so ऐसे अगर आप डेली करने लगोगे ना, आई एम टेलिंग यू, आप ये जो सुबह में फोन स्नूज करते हो, ये करते हो ना, ग्रेजुअली ना इट विल ब्रेक. आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑल दिस ना बाय रीडिंग सो मच ऑफ autobiography of successful people, and they are practicing it now. So we have to understand that we should learn these things by others experience. and the most great lessons we can learn, जो लोगों ने गलती किया है ना, हम उससे सीख सकते हैं सबसे ज्यादा, that we should not repeat those mistakes. I have seen many of my friends, I will share, हम लोगों ने फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री मैथ्स लिया 12th में, so it was like that we have to become engineers. बहुत सारे लोग ना स्कोर अच्छा नहीं कर पाए still, because उन्होंने सोचा हुआ था that we have to do engineering, वो गए engineering करने, and when they passed out from engineering colleges, they have already spent so much of money of their parents, and now they are hardly getting a job of 15-20,000 rupees. This, it is of no use. Many of these people were taking money when they were working, so they used to take money from their parents to survive in big cities like Bangalore, Bombay, Pune. So reason is because they never visualized what they are going to land themselves in. अपने आपको फिजिक्स में स्ट्रगल हो रहा था, you were struggling with maths, and you just opted a field where you have to do these things every day. तो उन्होंने अपने प्रॉब्लम को विजुअलाइज ही नहीं किया, and just they landed themselves in more problematic situations. So the power of visualization is so great. I will tell you about myself. I used to like my maths like anything. So when I was in 12th, I decided that I have to do anything related to maths, but my physics was not so strong. So the moment my father told me that you also take admission in some engineering college, I told him directly though, that if you have money, you please give it to me. I will use it whenever I will need it. But I will not going to do engineering. And I just opted a simple graduation from a very small college because I knew what I have to do. And I was clear that I have to do masters in mathematics. So I studied so hard to get admission in a good college, in a reputed college for masters. And I just graduated. My postgraduate also happened. And I spent only 50 to 60,000 rupees. And all the money that my father kept to sponsor my engineering, I just saved it. And I just brought a land for me. The moment I just passed, I invested that money. So the story that I'm telling you, because I really visualize, I have still that diary with me where I wrote everything, what I have to do, why I'm choosing this. पता है मेरी लाइफ में बहुत अप एंड डाउन आया. मैंने जो ग्रेजुएशन कॉलेज चूज किया ना, वहां पे कभी पढ़ाई नहीं होता था. माय मदर यूज्ड टू टेल मी कि तुम अपना करियर खराब कर रहे हो. और मैं कभी कभी बहुत परेशान हो जाता था कि अरे मैंने ना दिल्ली से पढ़ाई किया था, स्कूलिंग मेरा दिल्ली से हुआ था. सो मुझे आदत था बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ने का, सिस्टमेटिकली होमवर्क करने का, असाइनमेंट करने का. वहाँ पे कोई कल्चर ही नहीं था, वो सिंपल सा कॉलेज था बिहार का. मेरे लिए बहुत डिप्रेसिंग था वो टाइम. बट बिकॉज आई हैड रिटन एवरीथिंग ऑन द डायरी, मुझे कभी वो टेंशन, बिकॉज मुझे लगता था that 3 साल मुझे बिताना है यहाँ पे, एंड देन आई विल लैंड माई सेल्फ इन अ बेटर एंड सेफ प्लेस. एंड एग्जैक्टली इट हैपेंड. एंड द मोमेंट आई जस्ट पास फ्रॉम माई मास्टर्स, मेरे को था कि आई हैव टू डू सम जॉब. आई गॉट ए जॉब, रिसर्च एसोसिएट बन गया मैं अजीम प्रेम जी फाउंडेशन के साथ. आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग विद दिस फाउंडेशन, started working with SCRT, NCRT, because the power of visualization. If you can just visualize what you are doing and where it will going to take you. आप अपने आप को 10 साल के बाद कहाँ पे देखते हो, but it will not happen today only. That's why I'm telling you to start with a day. That start visualizing your day, what you are going to do tomorrow. But then you can start with visualizing for a week, then for a month, and it will going to help you so much. And when you will do visualization, what will happen? You will get curiosity. You will get curiosity. So you have to be very curious, and you have to write them down, the questions that will come to your mind, the points that will arise in your mind, the thoughts that is coming to your mind, that I will going to become like this, I will be like this, I will be like this. All these things will going to help you so much. in all your endeavors in future. So this is very important to have guided curiosity, because you are visualizing yourself, you will get so many questions. So these are very important things that if you can add this in your life, I'm telling you, you will become the best version of yourself. And in the age you people are in, this is the best time you people can start doing this thing. आप इतने पावरफुल बन जाओगे, इतने पावरफुल बन जाओगे ना, I'm telling you that आपका मेमोरी शार्प हो जाएगा, डिसीजन मेकिंग विल बिकम सो इजी, सो स्ट्रॉन्ग. So I will suggest all of you to please practice these things, visualization for 2-3 minutes. Try to visualize, and you can stack this particular habit after watching a video or after playing a game. You can do this. I'm telling you, this will going to help you and change your life, change your thought process, change the way you speak with your parents, change the way you talk, you spend time with your family or friends. It will change everything. You will become so strong, value centered person बन जाएंगे हम सब लोग. You will not become serious like that कि आप किसी से हंस नहीं रहो, नहीं. Even when you will laugh now, it will have an impact on people's heart, because everything you will say now, it will have some purpose. You will not say anything absurd. Everything you will do, it will have a purpose. So this is it for today. Any question or any comment, please go for it. Yes, Atharva. आप लोग में से कितने लोगों को ये लग रहा है that it's becoming too much, we will hardly going to practice all these things? I just I'm trying ना कि ये सब बहुत simple way में we can all do. It's so easy and very important. आप लोगों को ये क्यों थोड़ा अलग लग रहा है? Because nobody is doing around you. I'm telling you, none of your friends, none of your age group of people, they are not doing it. Not doing it. Everyone is busy with some videos, some habit, some play, something. If you will start doing all these things, you will become unique and you will get value. You will get return for this particular efforts that you are putting in. Okay, Atharva, now please ask the question. Atharva, you have any question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, is there any WhatsApp group about these all things?
क्या बोला आपने? WhatsApp कर दूं?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, is there any group? You once said that you have shared your number.
You are not in the group. So
No,
how
sir.
are you getting the links of the class?
सर वो मेरे स्कूल के ग्रुप में आया था, बस लिंक आई थी.
Okay, you are in Greenfield School.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can write my number 92679
92679
10521.
10521. 92679 10521.
You can ping me a message.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Varun,
Sir, I also want to ask that making things obvious is to feel that these that things are important for us.
yes.
Is this true?
Is it true? But it is not obvious. See, making it obvious means that you know that it is important for you. That means that comes under attractive, making it attractive. You have heard about it. You have heard about the benefits you will going to get after having that particular habit. So then only you will get desire to make it obvious. Otherwise, why you will going to make it obvious? You will never going to meditate. You will never going to visualize, because आपको लग ही नहीं रहा that it will going to add any value in your life. So if you will add value, what it means? That you are convinced in your head that this is an important thing. Then only you will get courage, and then you will get a cause. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is my version. I'm telling you. This is whatever understanding I have got in this life now, this is my understanding, that if you are convinced in your head, you will get a courage to do it in your heart, and then you will naturally get a cause. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Varun.
So you have said that first of all we need to make clear about the powers of visualization, means what we want to do in our lives. So for that, how can we step forward for it?
So I'm telling you not to think of your life. You just start with your day. So start with a day, then gradually, you will start working for a week, then for a month, then for a year, then gradually, you will start thinking about that what I will do after 10, after 12, after this, after that. So this is how it will work.
So for that, I need to make a list of strength and weaknesses, right? So that I can reduce the weakness, so I can get clear about my goal, right?
Yeah. So if I'm telling you, see, because if you will think too many things, you will not be able to do anything.
Yeah, yes.
I'm just telling you, start with your day. The moment you will start visualizing your day, naturally you will going to get that, oh, this is my weak point. I waste so much of time. When I was visualizing, I never thought of that I will going to watch YouTube video for 2 hours, and I just did it. So next day when you will do visualization, you will feel very shame that I have done nothing what I have visualized. Then gradually you will get inspiration to do something which you are actually trying to visualize. Okay. So all your weaknesses will become your strength. आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है what we are discussing? So how many of you want that we should continue this session even after completion of this course? So would you like to be a part of it? Every week we can do one session, na? So promise. So I will only do it because I want all of you to be very active. So we will keep it very shorter, not 190 minutes of session, because otherwise it will be like too much of commitments. We will start with 30 or 45 minutes. Okay. And we can just meet once in a week, and we can treat each other as friends. So we'll make that group very small, where we are very open. We can share anything, everything, and sometime we can plan some outing. We can go together somewhere. So this is a group I want to turn into a community where everyone is there to help each other, supporting each other. So what you have to do, you have to remind me that we have to start something like this. Okay. Otherwise I will not. अभी मैं आप लोगों को रिमाइंडर मैसेज भेजता हूँ, then you people have to send me reminder messages. Yes, Mrinal, you have any question?
No, no, I didn't have any question. I was in
Okay.
support of the
To participate. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. हम लोग फिर मिलेंगे कल. Tomorrow we will conclude this 5-day course. I hope it is adding some values in all of your life, and you are feeling that your parents has paid a good amount for this thing, and it is nicely utilized. Okay. So thank you very much.